I was worried something I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh wow, we really needed this flashback. What? Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Flashback, 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 flashback. Yes, I remember now. Because of that flashback. Thank you, flashback. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It is my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So you mean to say you really are a detective? Dot, 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 dot. Hang on, I'm wiping my glasses. Give me a minute. Like, in real life, not in the game. Why am I still doing the voice?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course! You're
Yeah, okay, Ryunosuke said something really stupid. But, I guess you'll just have to go and pause the video if you want to find out. I was working undercover.
Undercover?
Yes. There have been a series of incidents at the restaurant lately. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant? What kinds of incidents?
That would be a classified police information thingy, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. No, fuck you. Very well then, I believe you for reasons. But Inspector Hosonoka, you will elaborate on one point for the court. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Interesting, that's... Hang on, theory time, that may not be right, but theory time. Is he poisoned, and was he poisoned by the real killer in order to blackmail him to keep his mouth shut and to rig the trial? That would make sense, actually. Anyway. Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable! As I suspected.
He's like, I fucking knew it from the very beginning. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady who I guessed to be an English woman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say...
Remove the English woman from the scene of the crime at once. It was made clear that the English woman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if this English woman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interests to not pursue that idea.
What?
The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An English woman has been murdered on our soil. Not an English woman, Englishman, fuck. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an English woman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right!
I don't care.
Ah, fuck.
Whoa!
One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yumi University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young English woman. What?
You're a shrewd, You're a shrewd man. I can see why you are the chosen candidates for the overseas study tour.
You mean?
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
My name is Inspector Gadget. Say it right. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
I don't fucking know. I'm sleepy. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. Stop making noises. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Objection!
But your excellency! That would be missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to the Great Britain. Our own government will surely be displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country, or any other, to influence the proceeding of my courtroom.
Oh my god, you're an actual good judge. Like, the judge in the main Ace Attorney games is a piece of garbage, and I like him because he's an idiot, but like, sometimes he's just a piece of shit when it comes to like, being like, oh, okay, we should just end the trial, because they say so, this has to just happen. Well, but like, this guy's like, actually good.
Inspector Hosadaka.
Yes, sir?
You will locate this Jezebel Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau!
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So, it won't be a problem?
Something's with this motherfucker.
Nothing will get in my way.
Okay, could you say that a little less evilly? No.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student, Jezebel Brett, to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, Your Excellency!
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. That is all. Goodbye. I'm going to fade out.
To be continued. I'm enjoying this game so far. This is a fun game. Yes, I would like to save my progress. No! I pressed the no button. Oh, god damn it. My finger slipped. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb.
My heart was in my mouth the entire time.
It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes puffing, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. I think you... Give me a minute. Fuck. I'm gonna drink water. Okay. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer.
Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again.
Anyway, that's not gonna be the case, by the way. Fuck you. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Miss Jezebel Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she?
That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of.
Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that?
No, I didn't see any of it. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet. And he bundled me into some sort of small pantry into the kitchen.
Fast thinking by the... Oh my god. Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area.
Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Professor Mikitoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the very start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system, even more so. Which is why... I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway.
What? What are you saying, Kazuma?
So that is your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way.
Kazuma?
Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Haha, we're breaking the fourth wall right now, Kazuma. Look at us. Fuck you, I hate you.
To me?
Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, are you the murderer?
Stop asking that, dumbass.
You're the murderer!
No!
Did you know the victim?
Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMI, and it was I who invited him.
Oh, I see.
I didn't know that before. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. And it definitely isn't me. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement in our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight, right to the last. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Now then, I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
Brother? Is that brother? Oh! Defended Naruto!
Not my name.
Court recess is over! Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once! It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what hit them.
Kazuma.
What?
Thank you. Really.
What for?
Well, if you hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now.
Look, I have faith in you. I'm gay for you. As a lawyer and as a friend, I'm gay for you.
Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really gonna give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this just isn't my battle anymore. Fuck. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose.
All right then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those suki meals I like from Yumi Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course.
I'm poor.
Oh, that sucks. Rabble, 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 rabble. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruto. Prosecutor, Ouchie, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a rather young stripling, the prosecution is now under a rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry.
Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about.
It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation flounders? Again, terribly sorry.
If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty really isn't worth shit, dog. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. He's just a fucker, don't worry about it. This guy's just stupid.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or England?
Shut up! Shut up, you chubbed-up rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Petty political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. Politics!
I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder, too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Ah. Oh. All right, not guilty. You're awesome. Well said, Ryunosuke. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
You little brats!
Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system. It exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jezebel Brett.
Yes! Your Excellency!
Oh my god, it's Dahlia Hawthorne! I knew it!
Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan! And from such a distant land!
Tea! Someone bring English tea! In England, no discussions take place without tea! Is that true? Oh, wait, no, that was the wrong line.
Is that true?
No idea.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonosuke. We know your name, dipshit. Shut up. I have been working undercover as the head waiter.
Yes, we all know about you already. Shut up, I want to talk to the fine lady.
Inspector Hosonosuke, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Okay. You know what? I'm kind of taking back the thing about you being a good judge if you're simping over this possibly high school student. Let me check. Do I have her in my fucking... Nope, I don't have her in my court record yet. Is that true? Oh, fuck. I keep missing it. Fuck.
Is that true?
No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of.
Oh, yes, I think I did, didn't I?
Yet your description of this amazing girl was simply a woman. Sorry, Ryunosuke, you're definitely gay if you didn't notice how sexy a woman is.
Aw, man! So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
She's a phantom thief!
I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but... What?
Language that I probably don't know. The lady says her name is Jezebel Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yumi's University's medical facility.
Oh my! What a rare treat to hear the dual tones of a delightful language of the British people! I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song!
As far as I can tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough.
Yes, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it?
Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke.
I'm sorry, wait, does British speak another language? Do British people have another language?
besides what I don't here I think because this is supposed to be Japan, it's supposed to be that they are supposed to be speaking a different language, but because this is translated to English for us, like it doesn't make sense as it would in Japan. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up.
Yes, please shut up.